Okay, so with August coming to an end, I wanted to talk about this experience as a person coming into fall. I think that there isn't enough being said about it, and I think that we need to bring more awareness and recognition to it because as people, we are affected by the turning of the seasons and by external factors that we may or may not have any control over. So, this is for your safety, your awareness, your visibility, and really for your benefit. So, first we have the King of Wands. So, we want to talk about how sometimes the changing of the seasons can be a bit jostling, maybe because we weren't expecting them, or maybe because we were hoping that certain periods of our lives would just continue as they had been, which is fair. If we love something, we want it to continue. That's totally valid. And it's really important to take stock of what you've experienced thus far as a person in this year, but also just in your life. And take stock, be grateful, be appreciative, and wear that like a cloak, right? Say, this is what I've done this year. This is who I've become. This is where I've gone. This is all the beautiful things that I've created for myself. Please allow that to continue. I would love for that to continue. I would love to experience and enjoy and be appreciative into the next year as well. So prepare yourself, brace yourself for the change, and allow the abundance of what the different seasons can offer to us to come as well. And recognize that even though it may not look like the way that it has looked for the past couple of months for you, in the summer at least, it will look different, but it doesn't mean it will be bad or it will be worse. It's just a different way of living, a different way of existing, and that's to be had. That's just a part of life. So recognizing that the slowing, the stillness is coming is your first step, and allowing yourself to create what you can during that time. And recognizing that there are still going to be certain nuggets of truth, of ability, of kindness that will come to you during this time. It just may not look like the loud, the brash, the cheerful of summer, and that's not a bad thing. It's just something that we're meant to be learning right now. That's why it's happening. So the next one we have is the Justice card. So I absolutely adore this card, and we have a difficult relationship, let's say, but we speak of balance with this card, of reminding yourself to do the things that help you to stay grounded, balanced, fulfilled, and whole. Again, it may not look the way that it did during the summer. You may not be able to hike 10 miles on the weekend. You may not be able to leave your house necessarily. It's important to remember and remind yourself of the beauty that you were able to experience and to not despair during this time. And that groundedness and living fully and staying rooted to yourself will look different, but you will be okay. You will get to the same point of having a well-functioning, whole, fit, balanced lifestyle. And part of that comes from cutting away the beliefs and the values and traditions and habits that served you during the summer or spring, but will not serve you now. So wear your fuzzy socks, drink your tea, keep soup on hand. You can do all of those things and be kind to yourself. I'm seeing people doodling with the little mandala doodles or little coloring book or something of that sort, and just taking time to slow down a bit and step back can maybe help with a lot of the irritation or kind of angst that you might be feeling. So I hope that was helpful. We have one last card. This is the Queen of Swords. Here we're saying that every period of our lives, every season, every, I want to say epoca, but every time, let's say, kind of like, yeah, I guess every season is serving you in a specific way, right? So you can ask yourself, what is my body trying to tell me during this fall or winter? What do I need to learn from the natural world about the way that leaves fall to the ground, the way that animals animals hibernate and do less around the house. And why am I meant to be learning this, and how can I apply this to my life? Why is this important to you specifically? It's important to stay grounded, and I think that a lot of the times during this transition, we have this kind of like resistance. Let's say we want to stay in summer, we want to stay on the beach, we want to stay having fun, enjoying yourself socially, drinking a beer, because who wouldn't? But really, during this time, it's kind of an internal closing, right? Not saying you're not open to spirituality or faith or religion or learning about yourself, but it's really a way of kind of separating yourself from the world in order to turn inward. So what does this time have to teach you? As we're cutting away from the productivity-centered beliefs of the modern Western world, what other beliefs could we be letting go of? Could we be not really centering our lives around anymore? What things are serving us and what things aren't? And how do we let things decompose? How do we let things go? This energy can be a bit difficult for some to sit in. It's definitely difficult for me. I have had to take a lot of time to learn how to accept it, but it is here, it is love, it is prevalent, and it's something that it will be fruitful for us to kind of learn to appreciate.